Hello, welcome back. In today's Nogi Jiu-jitsu rolling commentary, we are going to talk about Nogi pressure techniques, aka torturing somebody until their will to fight diminishes, therefore giving you the upper hand. So we're going to talk some torturous techniques like frames in your neck, mother's milk, aka smothering, cross-facing, and a few other jiu-jitsu techniques that are wonderfully torturous. First, we're going to start with some takedown techniques. This is O-uchi to ko-uchi gari. It's a great combination, and immediately Zach was like, "Oh, don't start that stuff." And then here I go for not yet. Posture is important. Do you see how he tried to do a 2-on-1 arm drag? So I go for an outside trip, and he immediately goes for a beautiful takedown. Now let's get into some pressure techniques. Anytime that you are in the bottom of half guard, it's important to hide your face because Zach is applying a cross face. And you know you're doing something good when they try to instill pressure to make you look the opposite way. That's when you really know you're onto something. So he is cross-facing me as I am working to get a single leg by capturing his legs between mine and then grabbing his leg with my arms. But this crossface is making me arch my head all the way back. And of course, you know, this is a torture technique, but one counter you can do to torture techniques. Here I'm saying, yeah, you know, this just feels like a really good stretch. Thanks. The most important thing is when somebody is applying pressure to you, make a bored face. Practice making a face like you're slightly bored. Maybe just do a little yawn, because I know when I'm applying pressure to somebody, when they make a face, that's when you know it's working and you're really applying the pressure. If somebody's applying pressure to you and you just look bored, they second guess that pressure. So from north-south, he was going for a Kimura, which is why I turned into him. And now I'm trying to sneak that knee in to get out to escape the bottom of side control. So here, I mean, Zach has more experience than me. And when I was making this video, I had the song in my head of like a white belt, choked for the very first time. Like some people, there will always be skills on a spectrum, and sometimes winning is getting submitted less than when you rolled with them last time, or making it harder for them to do stuff, which is, whoa, just being a complete pain. So here are some tips from the bottom. I'm keeping my elbows very tight and making them have to do other stuff. So here the fight is also, he's trying to flatten me as I'm trying to keep up onto my side and get a knee in order to escape. So again, if you're ever on the bottom, think, you know, keep your enemies close and your elbows closer. The whole point here is to, if you have to be on the bottom, limit the amount of things they can get. And usually that's by keeping, your elbows tucked, trying to stay on your side. All right, so last time we rolled, I remember he had a really good reversal from side control. And do you see where he's placing his hand? I know he's up to something, so I'm using this forearm frame across his neck. And do you see how he immediately addresses the forearm frame across his neck and abandons what he was going to do to my leg? So this is a technique of pressure. And do you see how I'm putting my shin over his leg? This is a side control that I've been testing for a bit, and I know his oh, this is the end of the round, but we're gonna go another round. So typically when he escapes side control, I noticed he likes to roll the person over his torso. And so I'm thinking, like, keep my weight back. Look at what he's doing. I'm like, he is definitely going to try to go to his left and roll me over. So I'm keeping my weight back. That's a really good tip. If you're on the top of side control, I know for me, sometimes I overextend and put too much pressure on the far side. And you see how he's trying to lift me up and I extend my leg? That is to counterbalance so I don't flip over my shoulder and he gets the reversal. Oh, do you see what's happening here? He's trying for, do you see that rocking motion? That rocking motion, he went one way and then sat down and tried to bring it the other way. That's the classic Kazushi here. I'm just trying to get my butt to the ground to make sure I have enough weight in my backside. And here, I'm digging my chin into his far ribs. So during the side control, I basically dug my chin like right between his ribs and the intercostal. So that's another technique that you can use to instill a little bit of pressure. Definitely have a good relationship with the person that you're doing these things to. Have like a common agreement of the level of torture that you're willing to put each other through. Here, I feel like he's gonna go for a sweep, which is why I'm keeping my right arm extended long, and now he's trying to grab it. So I'm keeping that away because I have a funny feeling that he's gonna try to bring me to his right. So I'm using I'm trying to counterbalance here. So right now, my goal is to pass half guard, and he is getting a higher head. And that one key tip is when you're rolling and you're in a scramble, or let's say you don't, look at this forearm frame. It obviously affected him because he went right to the muffle. And here I'm doing a technique where you pinch the nose, you put the 3 fingers over the mouth, and then you hook the bottom of the chin, and that gives a secure way to muffle. So now it's, you put the forearm frame in, so then he muffles me, I muffle him, and then we get a forearm frame. And look at this, when the Ezekiel choke happens, usually, do you see how he lifted his knee? Because I, for 1 second, went like this to alleviate the choke. But what happens is anytime that somebody puts you in an Ezekiel choke, a lot of the times they're using it to set up a high mount. So from the Ezekiel choke, the Nogi Ezekiel choke, Zach has a low mount, and that's where you have to be. You have to be low on their hips in order to get the Ezekiel choke. And 99% of the time, the person on the bottom defends the Ezekiel choke by grabbing the arms, which the elbows going up is what allows somebody to then get high mount. And I know this because I do this. So now Zach is moving from the Ezekiel choke to smothering, AKA mother's milk. And here my breathing opportunity, I am just trying to like move his pec just a little bit out of the way so I can get a slight hole where his armpit is so I can breathe through my mouth. I have experimented with other ways to endure mother's milk, just to like try to make my face as flat as possible so I can get some air in. With mother's milk, basically it feels like you're getting waterboarded because the Nogi, when it's wet and you get a seal across your face and you try to breathe in, the Nogi fabric goes into your nostrils and your mouth. All right, this is a great, so I am in north-south and I'm putting a lot of head pressure onto his sternum because I know that he has done this to me before. I'll link the video before of our previous role a couple of years ago. I think I named it How to Win Friends and Torture People, but that was an excellent, excellent north-south escape. And we're back to the crossface game. Look at this here. Typically there's a sweep that happens here that my coach did. Look at this. He evaded that sweep by going to the back side. And I've been wanting, oh, of course, I mean, if you turn your back to me, I don't care if there's 5 seconds left. But basically, if you are going against somebody that has very good butterfly sweeps, instead of passing to their front side, think about passing to their rear side where their back is, because they have there's less weapons on their back side than if you try to go to their front side. And I'm gonna have to replay that. It was a counter to a half butterfly sweep because you hip through and then you use that top hook to then flip them over. My coach does this all the time. It's one of his key moves, and they train together, so you know he has a counter for that. But that was a very good sweep counter. All right, so yeah, the sweep counter and the north-south escape. He's so good at getting to his knees. That's what she said. All right, I'll see you at the end of the video.
Relax and take notes while I take totes of the marijuana smoke. Throw you in a choke, gun smoke. Ricky smoke for mayor, the rap slayer, the hooker layer, mayor prayers. Hail Mary, full of grace. Smack them in the face, take her Gucci bag and a North Face off her back. Jab her if she act funny with the money. Oh, you got me mistaken, honey. I don't want the pizza, capisha. I'm out like the vapor. Who's the one you call Mr. Macho? The head honcho, switch this like Cumacho. I got so much style, I should be down with the stylistic. Make up to break up, niggas need to wake up. Smell the Indonesia, reach it to a seizure. Then balls hit the skin to amnesia. She don't remember just the 2 hits. Her hitting the floor, and me hitting the clits. Sucking on the clip, had to hook the begging for the dick. And your mom said ugly love, my dick got my flick. I guess I was a combination of House of Pain and Bobby Brown. I was pumping around and jumping around. After then I asked her who's the man, she said B.I.G. Then I bust in her E.Y.E. You're dead wrong. I'ma show you who the boss is. I'm taking no losses. Keeping groups like SWG and TLC. Jesse B.I.G. with telepathy. The recipe, a picture hardcore with the gun. Dipping ain't easy, but it sure is fun. I won. So what's the 4-1? I got 7 Mac 11s, about 8 38s, 9-9s, 10 Mac 10s. The shit's never end. You can't touch my riches. Even if you had MC Hammer and them 357s. Biggie Smalls, the millionaire, the mansion, the yacht, the 2 weed spots, the 2 hot spots. That's how I got the weed spot. I shot Dread in the head, took the bread and the lamb spread. Little Gotti got the shotty to your body, so don't resist, or you might miss Christmas. I tote guns, I make number runs, I give MCs the runs tripping. When I throw my clip in the AK, I slay from far away. Everybody hit the DECA. My slow flow's remarkable. Peace to Mateo. Now we smoke like Tony Montana Scipio. That's crazy blunts, mad L's. My voice excels from the avenue to jail cell. Oh my God, I'm dropping like a pigeon. I hope you're listening. Smacking babies at they listening. Outside of the club, anything I would pause. Of creation, we the generation. Tell me why. Try to break tribulation. Exodus, alright. Movement of your people. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Alright.
This is America. Don't got you slipping now. Don't got you slipping now. Look what I'm whipping now. No, 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 no. This is America. No, 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 I gotta carry.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have three fine young men from Seattle. Here they are, Nirvana.
Stop yourself without any words. I got so high, scratch it, I bled. Love myself. give it away now. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Well, I can't tell if I'm a keeper or a bumper.
Today is gonna be the day that they're gonna throw it back to you. By now you should have somehow realized what you gotta do. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now.
Take a trip from me.
Backbeat, the word is on the street that the fire in your heart is out. I'm sure you've heard it all before, but you never really had a doubt. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now.
Roddy's on the microphone with Ross MG. All people in the dance will agree that we're well qualified to represent the LBC. Me and Louis, we gon' run to the party and dance to the rhythm. It gets harder, harder.
She said, have I got a little story for you? What you thought was your daddy was nothing but a while you were sitting home alone at age 13. Your real daddy was dying. Sorry I didn't see him, but I'm glad we talked. Oh, I'm still alive. I'm still alive. I'm still alive.
All right, I'm just seeing if my mic was still on. All right, so thank you so much for watching. I've been doing a lot of judo, and if you're interested in more takedown stuff, or I could probably film some stuff over at Peugeot's, because it would be interesting to see what the body is actually doing in space, because sometimes what we think we're doing in our mind isn't what our body is actually doing. So it's always good to like look at form and see where things, what's happening. The key thing that I'm focusing on in judo right now is keeping basically instead of going like this, is to keep a straight posture and bend my knees. And in my mind, it's like, if I can just do that, that's a win. I've been in this game enough to know the value of principles. And one of the most challenging thing is not looking at the feet and to just try to feel the thigh pressure and to feel where they're stepping. It's basically, I feel like Helen Keller, just trying to just feel where things are instead of trying to see what's happening. Yeah. So thank you for watching, and until next time, bye.